Howdy y'all, Dean Stilley here from the official home of unofficial Grateful Dead and music news, reporting on night 9 of Dead & Company's summer tour. The band's in Hartford, and for our little segment of musical memories, just a footnote. When I give some musical memories, it's so the folks that are new to the music or might not be familiar with some outstanding nights that they should hear. It's just some tips. At no point am I going to compare what we have now to anything that happened in the past. They're two completely different bands, and Dead & Company will always be judged based on the bar that they've set for themselves over the past few years, and at no time will I ever compare them to what we had, and certainly not the hottest nights of what the Grateful Dead did in their heydays. Anyway, we're going to stay in '83, and October of '83 was quite a month for the Grateful Dead. They bust out the first Stephen in almost 5 years at the Garden on 10/11, and boy, that just, you want to listen to that one just for the crowd reaction alone is unbelievable, and it just blows the community up. Everyone's happy. How could you not be? What a moment! And then a few nights later, they're in Hartford. 10/15/83 is a show that you should put your ears to. 10/83 gives you China Rider playing that's unbelievable, and that just unrolls into this just beautiful China doll that's just capable of completely changing you from the inside out. It's absolutely beautiful. Garcia at his very best, and drum space, and out of space you get the Stephen. A lot of people will argue that that was the best of the three that month. That month you got the Garden, you got Hartford, and you got one in Marin on Halloween. And a lot of people will argue that the Hartford one was the hottest of the three. Those people were probably all at Hartford, missed the Garden, and the people that were in Marin will probably tell you it was Marin. Anyway, that's a show for you to listen to. You get Stephen Throwing Stone Saturday Night Out of Space. That one's hot. The night before, they made a Dick's Picks out of. That's volume 6, another outstanding night. So 83, just a hot stretch for the Grateful Dead. Anyway, let's get to Dead & Company, because Dead & Company takes the stage tonight, and right away, there it is, Kreutzmann's hat. And buckle up, because Billy's got his hat on. Listen, you need the full harness if it's backwards. If the hat's backwards, you need a full harness. You could do the single strap when he's got the hat on forward, but Bill's hat's there nonetheless. You know this is going to be a good night. I imagine at some point in the future he may try to dispel the myth and come out without the dome cover and just blow it up. But for now, the hat theory holds. Tonight, Kreutzmann's got the hat on and the music is heating up. We open up with Hell in a Bucket, and even Mayer's got something on his head that looks like it's aspiring to be a hat at some point. It looked like he got a pancake on his head. A hat that's all out of air or something. But anyway, he's got one on too, so we've got two hats on the stage. This is going to be a good night. O'Teal's family's in town. Nigel and Jess are here. Everyone's full of love. I mean, everything's right in the world, and you can feel it in the music. So Hell in a Bucket starts off, and it's powerful, and we get Next Time You See Me Next. That's John at his best, singing that kind of stuff. Ramble on Rose, I thought they'd say for New York, just for the New York City line, but they dropped that in Hartford, and that's great. We get Masterpiece, first time of the tour, and I'm sure plenty of us were happy to hear that, and Dirty Gondolas and Land of Coca-Colas and all kinds of shit that's fun to hear, and Weird did a fine job on that. I know you're thinking it's sluggish, probably is a little bit, but I thought it was good anyway. Next, the fastball gets thrown down the middle with Cumberland. The band hits it out of the park again. They kill it every time. They don't miss on Cumberland, and tonight was no different. They didn't miss. You get Black Muddy River next. I'm damn near certain everybody likes that tune more than I do. So listen, I'm just going to let you have your own love fest on that. I don't think Mayer will ever sing anything that makes me cry or makes me feel all that emotional, to be honest with you. But I enjoy taking him in. I enjoy his playing. I don't mind his singing when he sings in his natural voice. And when he's in his lane, I think he's outstanding. You get Don't Ease next, and I think Don't Ease was that was a great one, just fun, a great way to close the set. And this is just like we're building evidence. The evidence is building more and more through the tour that the real hero in this whole thing is Kreuzmann's hat. There's no doubt. Okay, so we get the set during intermission. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention John Cahn's birthday today, or a long-time bass player for the Jerry Garcia Band and a good pal of Garcia's, and spent many a night watching him up there next to the drum riser, just thumping away, steady as could be. Boy, just good times there. If I go back to musical memories at the Warfield, probably one of the most intense was 4/30/92. That was the Rodney King riot shows. Riots in San Francisco. Our hotel was right there. We had a bird's eye view of all of Market Street getting looted, and what a scene that was, boy. I'm going to put a link on my blog to my Google Drive, and there's a download, an audience copy of that you can download and have a listen to. We throw out the Lifeline, Ruben and Charisse that night. I mean, it was just the emotion in that theater. I guess it's impossible to record the tension throughout the city that night, but Garcia took all that emotion and turned that into just a couple nights at the Warfield that were absolute musical magic. You can download that. Hopefully you get it. I think I'm able to do that. If I'm not, I'm sure someone in the Garcia family will send me some kind of legal message or something. But I think I'm allowed to do that, so I'll do that anyway. We kick off the second set. You get Feel Like a Stranger, and Feel Like a Stranger is just feeling good. It's moving along as it should. It's unhurried. We're not looking to get anywhere too fast. The jams are finding all the right spaces, and it's one of those nights where you're just thinking the music it's got some magic on it tonight. And you know, like a poker player that has a tell, right? You know, some poker players have a tell, so they get a good hand that they always scratch their face, or they do something that always tips off the dude's got a good hand. And with Mayer, that silver guitar is a tell. You kind of know by now what's going to happen when Hi-Ho Silver comes out. And as soon as I saw him go for it, I thought, we're either getting Viola Lee or we're getting China Cat. And lo and behold, we got both of them. And Viola Lee, as strong as it always is, that tune is unbelievable. Every time there's a little open space that seems to open in the music, somebody's there to fill it immediately, whether it's Jeff's keys or O'Teal's bass or John's guitar, or we are throwing something at it. That one just always gets filled. Mickey thumping in there. I mean, that's a good time right there. Viola Lee, you're going to have a good time. You could tell in the jams that Mayer was hitting some China Cat in there, and when the China Cat started, initially I thought, well, it was fun, but that was a little bit abbreviated, a little bit shorter than I'd like Viola Lee to be, and they go into a China Rider that was great, the China Cat strong, and the jams in between, Mayer killing it in those jams in between, and the whole band just firing on every cylinder tonight. Everybody's just poking the hive, and we got some action. This is live action, and live action at its best, and we got Bill's hat to thank for it. The harmonies at the end of the Rider, the harmonies all through the Rider, really, when John's in his natural voice, I think they sound great. And O'Teal's probably as high as we need as far as harmonies go, but what the hell do I know? I'm just a hack here with a YouTube channel. I don't know shit. So anyway, Women Are Smarter's next, and that one's not lacking for power or energy. That one's pumping along at a great pace, and everybody's having a ball making the music. And they try a little vocal jam at the end of that, and I don't know, John's doing jazz hands and going false again, and that for me falls flat. It always will, but it didn't matter because the music is just hot, and he's having fun, so I'm not going to hate on anybody for having fun. We get drums. Drums great. O'Teal didn't pick up his bass, stayed behind the kit and blasted it out a little bit with Mickey. They were having a ball up there. Like I said, this is a love fest going on tonight. The beam segment was great. It cured my athlete's foot. But I swear I had some when the beam segment started. By the time it was over, I looked down. I was fresh and clean as could be. I got healed by Mickey's beam, and I thank him for it. Worth the price of admission. Space had some great jams. You come out of Space, and there was, I'd said before, I spoke too soon, thought Violi was abbreviated. They come out of Space and finish it, and that is a good time. That's a great way to come out of Space. Weir in the ballad segment does a Weir tune, which I think is a great idea. He sounds great on Looks Like Rain. I think it's a cool place for that song. We all know that that song spent most of its life, you know, in the second slot, in the second set. You know, that always followed, you know, usually the openers of second sets, and I think it's great in that slot for Weir. I think it's a great spot for the tune. I think he sounds great on it, and I think the song belongs in that place. Anyway, I thought it did a great job on the first Looks Like Rain of the tour. From there you get Not Fade Away, and everyone's gonna like Not Fade Away. NFA, that's been part of our lingo forever, and the jams were fun, and you know, this is just we're all having a very good time on a night like tonight. A night like tonight's one of those nights where I often wonder if you like Grateful Dead music and you like this song catalog, I'm not sure how you can't like what's going on tonight. That's just, some people just hate everything. I get it. You're probably thinking, listen, you bitch a lot too. Well, you know, I think sometimes it sucks, but it didn't suck tonight. Tonight kicked ass. I mean, this show was hot. I had that internal feeling when they finished Not Fade Away. Broke Down would be the encore, and it was. It's just the ideal way to end a night like that, and the Broke Down was beautiful. Hartford was hot. Listen, Billy's hat brought the heat. All I know is we got to Citi Field, live action for me. I'm going to be there all weekend, and I'm going to be up front there somewhere, and I'm hoping when I get there, I hope when the band takes the stage, not only do I see Billy with his hat, I hope that motherfucker's on backwards, because when it's on backwards, you're getting blasted. So all hail Billy's hat. The shit was hot tonight. Live action on Friday. We'll see you at Citi. Love you forever.